Morning everyone, so back onto this one then for this week. Tig is just finishing up the polishing work on the Bristol next door. Still got the parts and panels and everything to do on the Bristol, but the main body is now done, just polishing all those nibs out as you will have seen in the previous video. Yeah, back onto this one now then. So we had a bit of a break on this one over the winter time, but we've done most of the work on it actually. There's not a huge amount of work left to do. I know it probably looks like there is, but we're just really needing to shape the wings now, shape the wings and the rear courses where all the main repairs were done. The wings obviously were back to bare metal. I've said in previous videos, this is a one-of-one wide bodies at MG, so the wings are made how they're made essentially, so they've got a lot of dents and ripples in them. There's nothing that we can do with that, unfortunately, other than refill. So obviously we're using fiberglass filler for the deeper areas, which is more than within tolerance. It's going to have a couple of mil on there. It is going to have a bit more than I'd potentially like on the everyday repairs and everything. However, well within tolerance, like I said, and it's the only way that we can do this particular car, because obviously we're replicating something which is not a standard job. It's a custom job to start with, so we have to replicate obviously the wide body side of things. So that's how MG did it back in the day, and that's how we're going to do it as well. Hi guys, into the detailing bay then with the Bristol. Just in its final stages now, it's coming out really nicely. I've got to say, very, very happy with this one. Tig's done a fantastic job as always with the polishing work. We have done all the cutting polish now, just onto the final finish. So it's still not in its last stage yet, which is why there are a few swirls and stuff that the camera might pick up now. But they obviously get taken care of at the next stage. But yeah, we're almost done with this one. It's been a long old project, but it's looking really, really good. So very pleased with this one actually, how it's come out. Can't wait to see it all back together. We've still got the panels and everything to do. Customer's going to be building it up over the next few months. I'll say months, most probably. It's a lot of work. Obviously the whole interior has been stripped out, engines out, everything. So a lot of work to be done there. But yeah, we're really pleased now, I think, with the way that the paint's come out on this one. Yeah, a few finishing touches, like I said, still to go, but all good so far. Let's take you next door and I'll show you what we've got going on in the next bay. So we've got the MG, it's coming along really nicely as well. We've done all of the repairs now on the front wings, and you can see again, I think I mentioned this in previous videos, so you can see where the epoxy is starting to come through, the yellow epoxy, which shows you how much fillers that there is on there. Obviously we've skimmed the entire panels, but we've sanded it mostly back again. Most of this filler's been sanded off. I've got no idea why they had so much filler in there to start with, especially this one. It's even less filler on this one. Obviously, you know, there is some on there, of course, to get rid of the waves and ripples, but absolutely no need for the amount of filler that there was to start with when it first came in. And the wings, it's so much lighter than they used to be. Done the repair work on the rear arches and everything now as well. And yeah, this bumper on this side is not in place. But Enzo, do you mind? We're getting there. So it's going to be in the booth soon for poly on this one. Just again, because there's been quite a lot of bodywork going on it. So we'll go on to poly stages, sand that back, and then be ready for high build like normal. We've also got in the fourth unit, some of you guys might have seen on the Instagram. Van is a work in progress, as always. We had this BMW turn up the other day, so really looking forward to doing this one. Another one from Classic Engineering, alongside the Hypersport. We're going to be working on them both at the same time. Relatively soon, we're going to be starting these two as well. So this is a BMW CSi. Back to bare metal again. It's just had a very, very light dusting of some sort of primer, so we'll rip all that back off and go start back to completely bare again, into epoxy with this one as the first stage for corrosion resistance. It's definitely seen some better days, this one. A lot of filler work to do, but nothing we can't handle. So the guys over at Classic Engineering took this one on, I think from various different body shops and things. It's been through the wars a little bit. I think we're working with limitations in terms of this one. So this is not their standard of work. This is what they're working with in terms of what they've been given essentially from other shops, which have, I'm not going to say bodged, but could have done certainly a much better job. But regardless, we are all well within tolerance in terms of the filler work and everything that we're going to be doing on this one. And obviously for the deeper repairs, we will be using fiberglass. So yeah, really looking forward to getting going on this one. It's also potentially a little bit of a resto mod job. It's going to be on air, on bags, so possibly slammed to the floor, bigger wheels, etc. So we're not quite sure what we're doing with the paint just yet. Really looking forward to it. Don't know what the weather's doing today. It was hailing a few seconds ago, and now look at it. Anyway, I'll leave you there for now and catch up with you in a second. Guys, we've got the MG next door, but we're waiting on delivery again for that one before it goes into poly. It was due yesterday but didn't turn up. So making a bit of headway with the CSi already. I think it only came in a couple of days ago, but yeah, I'm going to make a bit of a start on this one already. So first job on this one is basically to strip it back to bare metal, or scuff the panels up at the very least. In any case, I think we're going to find that there's just a very, very thin layer on there to start with, so it should go straight back to bare quite easily for us. Take doors off, bonnet, boot, and start on the shell. See how we go. Alright guys, I'm going to end the video with this one. Finally got some of the van pieces into high builds. It's Easter weekend now, so I'm doing a few bits and pieces myself on the van. Quite a few trim pieces. I'm missing a spoiler in the front bumper as well, still to go. But finally getting a bit of work done on the van. Obviously colour coding everything. We'll show you next door quickly as well some of the progress on the MG and the BMW. And here we are back on the MG. So the MG we have got into poly, like I think I showed in the previous clips. So that's all ready to be blocked down one more time, and then into high build hopefully. So really close to paint on this one. And the BMW, we've made a really decent start on this as well. So everything's back to bare metal apart from that little section there. I've not tackled the roof just yet. Yeah, pretty much back to bare. We've still got some issues to sort out. You know, door edges and things like that, but the main shell is already back to bare, so flying along with this one. Really pleased with the progress so far on that one. Get that into epoxy relatively soon hopefully. So yeah, busy old week next week as always, but I hope you guys are having a good Easter weekend, getting a few days off and everything. We'll be dotting in and out of the shop from time to time, just working on my own things a little bit. I think it's the only time I seem to get spare to actually work on my own things, so yeah, catch you guys next time.